all the videos before this, I was talking about a certain moment of the character, Roan, and how I think she may have my disability or Asperger's. We're actually diving more into the book, mainly a scene. And it is so rich. This is actually 2 videos. And I hope these videos can help teachers and parents with children, raising children with my disability. Hello, and welcome to this part of the pond, where it's the Bullfrog and the one, the only Newt.
Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers.
You want that face, people. It's a good face. I'm telling you, it's gonna be huge. Well, this is episode 4, or part 4. Don't know what the Newt's doing with the title card. Of relating to Roan, Tales of Language Impairment. Videos past, I've talked about, well, the character Roan and a situation, if you will. But right here, I need to be more accurate. I want to give you more accuracy to the book and more to the moment, because this part in not Theft of Swords, that's the other book series of Michael J. Sullivan. No, it's Age of Swords. Mainly chapter 5, called Simple Solutions. And what happens is Persephone's trying to help everyone move. They just got ransacked, and when she sees Roan, she tells Roan to stop, and Roan takes the words too harsh, and beware of words, as you can see in the other videos past. And Roan takes a few steps back, and she talks about how she misses her roundhouse, her home. And more importantly, she talks about her blanket. It specifically talks more lines of she had control there. It was a place of safety, a place of where she knew she had absolute control over. She was abused by her father. She's actually considered the village slave. And yet, she wanted that home. She wanted her home. She wanted the place where her father lived. She still wished for that. And she wished for her blanket. That place of surety, of safety. And that just spoke so much. When you're little, you're trying to understand the world, and you are trying to understand emotions, your emotions, other people's emotions, and how we overreact to them. And that is normal, but add in language impairment to that. And you have that harsh, you won't be able to understand that much. That is a recipe for disaster. Imagine a little kid like that, how playing with toys or hanging out with friends can get overloading because they're not following the rules and not recognizing it. It could lead up to a blow up. Here's the best example, really. My mugs are a lot more special than you realize now. But it's basically, this is us, just our level of understanding and stress. We can take a certain moment, but when you get too much, like too much exposure of emotions or of rules or certain things that just don't go well, it doesn't overflow. It becomes like a ball. It becomes like soda pop. It shoots out. That's what I was like. But with Roan, she had a different turn of her more withdrawing. And with the disability, it's very it's not individualistic, but it is at the same time. It's really weird. It's like a shotgun bullet, where yes, we all know it's a shotgun, but you don't know where it goes. That's what it's like with how some of us can react with my disability. Oh my goodness, I am blessed with good friends. Guys, if you're watching this, thank you so much for having patience as a child with me. I mean, playing with toys and suddenly one moment, storming home, going to a specific room, letting it fume out, then coming back and playing with you. Countless times. Guys, thank you so much for having patience, and let alone tolerance to me. Applaud to you. And that's what I was like. And you can see how that could be a little unnerving for some people, unless you have an enduring patience and the ignorance of a child. But really, those guys, thank you. But that place of separation, to be in a room that I can just vent out, helped exponentially. And parents, if you can see that with the child, just let them go to another room and just let that happen. If it's going to be an eruption that looks like it could be a tantrum or that sudden dark withdrawal, give them to another room and just let them go down, vent it out, and just tone down. They'll be fine. And bring them back out. And I talked about this in the last video about diligence, that hidden well with me in the boat. Me recognizing I needed a place to separate. It's this tactic right here. And with this, it can help so much with teachers, parents, and overseers. If things get too much, just give us that place where we can just reconstruct ourselves. I just feel like this could help and be a tool for everyone out there. And people can be that too. You have to be a very special person. It's almost finding that diamond in the rough, but it is possible to have that person, to be not to be a room, but to be that actual person that could bring people separate from you, and also be able to deconstruct the stress just by talking to them or being with them, just hanging out, being with them. It's so special and precious. And that can be an oasis by itself, not only a place of separation. I mean, actually, here's a good example of that also with Gifford. It makes more sense how amazing people like that can be. Because because of what I have, I actually had 2 years of a high school senior year. First year I had all my friends, but me being of the religion of a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, all my friends went on missions. I stayed behind, so I lost a lot of friendships. But that second senior year had a benefit. Newt. Come on. Give yourself a bow. People, he's giving himself a bow. He was a great Gifford for me. I mean, losing a wealth of friends that I had that blow-ups with, venting with, and yet can go back to, that was a harsh. I mean, to going from like 10 or 20 people to suddenly by yourself, but then your cousin comes and suddenly you have yourself J hour, bro. We had ourselves movies to watch. Pretty soon Friday, Saturday became epic, awesome movie nights. This channel is really because of that. And having this opportunity that we have actually, because you're seeing the receiving end, not the end of, well, the Bullfrog being Bullfrog and being open and talking about characters. We actually have someone that was able to be that depressurizing moment. And can't really say, how do you know that you could do this? You don't know. You do not know who. probably to give you a sense of what this means for a guy like me, but someone who received it and dealt with it. I mean, Newt, how are you able to just handle someone just like me, like being able to just talk to me or hang out with me? How was that? How was that like?
We just got each other. We connected, and there was nothing different, right? We hung out, we watched our movies, we did our thing, and you helped me. You talk about like how you'd lost all your stuff. I was going through middle of my parents' divorce, and I was struggling, and it was just our time to decompress and relax. And I knew it's like, oh man, it's gonna be J hour. We're gonna go watch a movie Friday night, maybe hang out with some cool people at the video store, and we just hung out.
But that was kind of like the point of that place of separation. It was a place just for utter depressurizing. Someone that you can just do that with. You called it hanging out, and it kind of is, but there's a different take to it, because was there any rules to what we had to do?
Honestly, if there were, they were sort of unwritten, and it was just...
But these unwritten rules were not like, don't talk in a movie. Was it that? No, we were talking, right?
Yeah, I think we naturally got what we needed for the time. We both understood each other in that way that, oh, we're watching this movie. Oh man, let's talk about that. I bet this is going to happen, or this plot. Oh, that was such a cool shot. How'd they do that? Like, our rules lined up to the point where I didn't notice any rules.
It was a place of sheer utter relaxation, but yet someone to talk to. I mean, were you able to be comfortable with me fully?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but we just knew. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words right now. Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, this is a very unique subject. I mean, on camera, you saw me realize how Gifford was a place of separation, and how the Newt was that for me. It is just a great place to be with. It's a great person to talk with. And if we can go on and on this personal interview with me and Newt about J Hour and other things, I'm sure it will be 3 hours long.
Yes.
But, I mean, this is just a sense of that place, that person that could help us and help us be free from all those anxieties and stresses. And I hope this video can help you people and help the teachers and leaders as well. And until then, it's the Bullfrog and the Newt signing out.